Good morning, Facebook world. Hope y'all are loving life and living the dream this morning. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Here at the Gwen home, we celebrated 2 birthdays. My son turned 8 yesterday, and I have the privilege of celebrating my birthday with him as well. The big 3-2. Boom, baby. They weren't even ready. We had a great time hanging out, going to eat, grabbing some filet. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And cake, ice cream, always a good thing. But anyways, we're back and at it on this Monday morning because we're going to make Monday matter. Remember, it is what you call it. Mondays are the worst day of the week. They will always be that way. But if you set out with a mindset that today I'm going to make it matter, that I'm going to use Monday to launch into a day full of power, purpose, and provision, God's going to do greater things in your life than you could ever imagine. Today we're going to talk about this idea of intentionality. Intentionality. I want you to know that Monday is not going to matter just because you watch this video or it just happens to matter. It's going to take some serious intentionality. I love what Daniel said in chapter 1 verse 8, or as he wrote there, he said that he resolved in his heart. There was some resolve that he wasn't going to defile himself. But he's not the only example of resolve. We see that Joseph was resolved that he wasn't going to give up, even though he was sold into slavery, even though he was thrown into jail wrongly. He resolved that he wasn't going to give up. I love that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego resolved. They had made their mind up that they weren't going to bow down to an idol. There's story after story, like David. He resolved in his heart that he wasn't going to let a giant embarrass the entire nation. Even if he was a teenager, he had made up his mind. And if today's going to matter, you're going to have to make up your mind that it's going to. There's going to be some intentionality about it. I don't know what that's going to look like for you, but I know with my family, I've really tried to be intentional about making my moments matter with them recently. I've had to make up my mind when I get home that I'm not going to unplug or veg out, but I'm coming back into my number one ministry. The opportunity I have to love them well and to love them often, to speak life into them, to model faith for them, to make memories with them. And so we've been having a lot of date times. Just me and Bray go and hang out for a couple minutes or an hour. Me and Jake go and hang out for 30 minutes to an hour. Me and Emma, you get the point. But it was an intentional thing. I made up my mind that when I got home, that they were going to be my focus. Also with my wife, we go on, we try to bi-weekly date nights. But again, if I'm not intentional about date nights, they don't happen. It's the same way with your employees today. You can go through the 9 to 5 and in and out, and I've got a lot to do and a lot of places to go and a lot of things to get done. But today, I'm going to make an intentional effort to have a conversation with somebody, to listen to somebody's story, to move past small talk, to look for opportunities, to be the reason that somebody smiles, or better yet, as we posted yesterday, be the reason that somebody wants more of God today. What would it look like today for you to have contagious joy? What would it look like for you today to have infectious love? What would it look like today for somebody to want what you have and it not be a real nice salary and it not be the really fast car or it not be the really big house? What if there was something that you had that people have been looking for a really long time? And you got to model that today on a Monday. And you made Monday matter because you were intentional about people. You're intentional about loving well and loving often. I know that we're going to be talking a lot about this next week as far as engaging in the battle. But it takes some intentionality to engage in the battle that the enemy is out to destroy, kill, and steal every part of my joy and my passion. And so this morning, I want to encourage you that today is the only day that you have. So make Monday matter.